Shout out to everyone in the comments. Monday, of course, is a Monday. Almost mid-heaven Taurus, so my logo is about to be in the sky, but I'm not going to be here for long. Now, so today is the 6th day of the month, aka today we have the moon in Pisces. So the moon is how we react. So when the moon is in Pisces, Pisces is the 12th house, Pisces is your feet, Pisces is dreams, illusions, imaginations, all that unclear waters. Pisces carries all the energies of the other signs. Since is the feet na vitu kama hizo. So today is a very good day for relaxation. And remember, it being a Monday is the day that you're supposed actually to be resting. So that makes it a very good day for what you can call creativity or romance. So it's a very good day for romance. Today you can go for a sauna, you can go for a pedicure, manicure, you can go for any of those self-help things that you need to do to take care of yourself. You can have one. You can have a bath. That is highly recommended. Okay. You can have coffee today. You can have alcohol today. It will be more effective. It will be more heightened. And so avoid avoid coffee and alcohol today when the moon is in Pisces. Now, the way we have been brought up, yesterday I was somewhere. So let me tell you where this is coming from. And it was a social gathering where there was a lot of other people. There was other tents na vitu kama hizo. So by default, you're going to interact with other people. So I went to the parking lot because the host of the place knows me. So watu walikuwa wamepark vibaya. So wakaona the only way I can do, let me go and talk to Jenga, akuje amove gari yake, ndio to park 2 more cars inside. Okay? Mind you, nilikuwa nimefika hapo mapema na nimepark venye nafaa kupakiwa. So when he came to me, he said, si ukuje upark gari vizuri. I said, okay, let me come and park. So when I came to park, there was a lady waiting to park. And so the moment I was getting in the car, she's like, mbona muna park gari hivi? So me, I ignored her. I parked the car, nikatoka, nikapark venye nafaa kupakiwa, nikatoka. So she's still talking with her window down. Kwani watu ikuja, kwani who's in charge of... So the guy in charge of parking akamwongea, madam, huyu jamaa unaongelesha, in fact, ni yeye alikuwa mtu wa kwanza kufika hapa. Before anyone else was here in the morning, he was here first. Before all these 30s, hundreds of cars here, ni yeye alikuwa wa kwanza kufika hapa na akapark. So hata kama unataka kuuliza about parking, he is the wrong person to in fact, ni favor amefanya kukuja kutuondolea gari ndio upark hapo. Otherwise, he was not in charge. So this lady was highly sensitive. Very sensitive. So when I finished and the guy is talking to her, so akanifikia, akaanza kuniambia, sijui watu wana parking aje, I'm so sorry, sikuwa najua ni... Me, I ignored her because sikuwa huko. But then as she was getting to where she was going, she missed her tent when alikuwa anaenda. So she turned to me, akaniuliza, sijui Jemo, so akina Jemo tent yao iko wapi? Nikamwambia, I don't know, my name is Jenga, so I don't know about Jemo, but tent ni mingi, unaweza uliza. So when I said my name is Jenga, nimwambia sijui tent ya Jemo iko wapi, mimi naitwa Jenga, tent yetu iko huku chini, but ukiulizia now again she got triggered again. It's like everything was an attack on her. So I looked at her and I was like, I actually know why she's feeling like this. This is someone who's very sensitive to criticism. This is someone who's very sensitive with being corrected, kama akiwa wrong. And so I decided, let me go and sit down and think about the whole thing and why she's going through this. Why does she feel like everything is an attack on her? Because she must be very, very, very exhausted the whole day. Imagine working the whole day and everything feels like it's an attack on you. Kila kitu mtu akisema unasikia ni kama ni wewe. So it got me thinking back into growing up. And then I remembered that many of us, we have this belief in ourselves that it is very wrong to be imperfect. So we have been brought up in a community where to have a mistake is shameful. Ukianguka, unachapwa. That's your mom. Unaenda kucheza. But if you fall, when you come to the house, you are punished. Why? Because you are being taught that you are supposed to be perfect. Ukicheza hufai kuanguka. There was a child who fell where we were yesterday. Alianguka na bike. It is a child friendly place, but he was too excited. Akakuja akaanguka na bike. He was bleeding. We had to take him to the clinic na vitu kama hizo. However, kama ingekuwa another parent, criticize huyo mtoto. But we all understand that boys need to grow up. Boys need to cycle their bikes na vitu kama hizo. So, when you grow up in a community that is showing you that it is shameful to be imperfect, that when you make a mistake, it's wrong. That's the difference between white children and black children. When a white child does something extraordinary, they are encouraged. Ndio unaonanga wakirukisha motorbike and all these extreme sports. Unasikia, hiyo ni maneno ya wazungu. Si maneno ya wazungu. Mzungu ana breathe kama wewe. Anashuta kama wewe. He drinks, all his organs are like you. Maybe they have smaller dicks than you, but they are just like you. Okay? So, hakuna difference. The only difference is when they are growing up, what are the languages that their parents tell those children? Huyu mtoto akigrow up, when they make a mistake, are they encouraged? Akianguka na baiskeli, anaambiwa nini? Get up. I'm even going to get you a motorbike. Perfect that bike, I can get you another one. Wewe mtoto akianguka na baiskeli, unaichukua, unaitoa pressure, unaiweka. Mtoto anakuja, bike yako iko wapi? Mama alitoa pressure kwa nini? Unajua iliniangusha. Trauma. You are so traumatized. You parents, you have not even healed yourself. Now you are doing the same things to your children. And this comes up from growing in homes that are extremely strict. You had extremely critical parents. Kitu kidogo, amekuja shule, lakini ajuke siku hiyo ni uko umenyawe. Mzazi wako akiitwa shule, anaenda akikutishia. Huwezi niambia kwa nini nimeitwa shule? Wacha nifike hiyo shule utajua. So you grew up with very distant and detached parents. Hataki kujua kama umekuwa bullied in school. They don't care. Maybe you have been bullied in school. Maybe you don't even like the school. You don't have to like the school. Your parents should change you from that school if you don't like it. But your parents, they are highly critical, very detached, very distant. Twende hiyo shule. Ni ukome nyawe. Ni gatira guthibira ni undu waku. You should. Hata ufai kuwa na joy kazini kama mtoto wako is not happy at school. Hata unafaa kuacha hiyo kazi unaenda nyumbani. Mtu anakuuliza ni nini? Mtoto wangu is having a bad day at school. Let me just go home and give them social support. Let me go home and chill with my child. Kama wewe kazi na kulemea unaenda nyumbani, ateneke gothire. Nenyi no kire neke jugire joke deigirira haha jigwe kana ne guigwa wega. What about your children? If you can take time for yourself to be home, what about your children? Your child can also take time away from school. Wewe unaendanga leave. Your child can also take time away from school to be home, and you quit going to work that day and you stay with your child at home for psycho support. Mtoto anakuambia, namwambia it's okay, leo lala, usiamuke, just sleep. Make them breakfast in bed, treat them like the king they are, do everything for them, chill with them, wake a movie. Mwambie, by the way, watch series gani, let's watch a movie today. I know tomorrow you'll wake up feeling good. Hug that child. That child will never do that again intentionally. Ataona there is love. My mom understands me. So when they go back to school, wanaenda shule bila mashida. Because this is what happens. As children, we start believing that we are defective. So as you are growing up, you start thinking that you are defective. Ulianguka na baiskeli ukapigwa. Ukafanya makosa shule kuenda mamako akakupiga na ukaenda ukapigwa shule. Kwanza anakusimamia upigwe na walimu. So you start growing up thinking that you are defective. So every time you are around people, you think they are going to reject you. Kwa sababu hii rejection ilianza na mzazi wako. So even when you find relationships, you're expecting these relationships for you to be rejected. And what happens is that you put a crowd around you, whereby mtu akikuona anakuona uko na hiyo rejection energy around you. So this is someone who's going to come, why not stand, fuck you, leave you. This is someone who's going to meet you for a friendship. After sometimes, they don't want to be around you. Why? Because you are highly sensitive. And you cannot even take criticism. Criticism kidogo ukiambiwa, you take it personal. Because you grew up being punished for being wrong. So kitu kidogo you take it personal. Mtu akikwambia, kwani leo umevaa kiatu gani? Oh, yo. We? Baadaye muulize, kwani iko na nini kiatu? Akwambia, ai. Hii kiatu yako iko poa lakini si hii weather. Now you take it personal. Si kiatu ni kiatu. Mimi nakuuliza yenye umevaa. Amwambia hata sikuwa na ubaya. Sikuwa na ubaya. Nini wewe akikulia kirato? Eh? Ni madharau tu. Aya, sasa unashindwa now. Where is this coming from? It's coming from the fact that you grew up in a home where you are detached from your parents. You are criticized for everything. So you grew up in a cocoon where you feel like you have to walk around eggshells all day. So you have never gotten any compliment in life. Not from your mother, not from your father, not from your siblings. So this makes it very hard, whether it's in work relationships, whether it's in what you can call romantic relationships. And the reason being, because the people around you, you make them feel insecure. They cannot give you a compliment kwa sababu ajui atakwambia useme nini. They may tell you something really nice and then you explode. It's in your work area. They may tell you something small like nakwambianga ukimaliza na stepler unarudishia kwa meza yangu. Najua sasa kushinda nikikujia stepler. Now here you go. Runo wagoroka riu. Sasa stepler ni kitu ya kukatch feelings. Stepler tu ganagure stepler agurehere. No, the problem is not mwenye anakuuliza stepler. The problem is you, how you are raised. You see, we have to do a lot of self-reflecting. Tulisema if you have to heal, we have to reparent. And to reparent means we have to look at how we grew up, our circumstances in the past, our parental upbringing, the people, places, and things that we grew up around it, the core beliefs that we have. Because what happens is that this becomes exhausting. When people, every time they talk to you or they're trying to tell you something, you lash out, you fight. This becomes exhausting to the people. And now you start having that relationship distance. Okay? You start having that distance in your relationship because you are extremely hot-tempered. Unasikia sio kwa na matempa. Ti matempa koragwo namo. Hauna temper. Wewe ni trauma uko nayo. You're not hot-tempered in your relationship. Ate unajua bonango your bonako si hot-tempered. Your husband is a little boy in a man's body. He's a little boy. He has not dealt with his traumas on how he grew up. Okay, all that criticism that he was taking from his father, you never amount to anything. When he kama mamako. So all that anger is what makes him hot-tempered. He's not hot-tempered, he's just immature. And this becomes exhausting to the point now in that relationship. Either the woman or the man has to leave the relationship. And this creates a lot of shame. Kwa sababu no one wants to be that way. No one wants to be, every time you have an argument, people shut down around you. But you are feeling stuck because you can't even seem to have a relationship with anyone. Every time you start a conversation, it ends up becoming explosive, steamy, anger. That creates shame on yourself. Because sasa unaanza kujiuliza, yani, kwani ni nini? Uti mtu ungekuwa nake. Shida si wale. Shida ni the fact that you have not agreed that you have been growing with a lot of trauma. And you have not been addressing that trauma. You have about been looking at the man in the mirror. So, because we can keep talking about these things over and over, it's always good that when we talk about these things, we talk about the solutions. So, how can you walk through that kind of trauma whereby when you grew up, your parents were too sensitive, too strict on you, okay? So, you have developed a habit whereby you lash out of people to protect yourself. Even when people compliment you, you don't take it. So one of the ways that you can do or you can improve on that is every time you notice your reaction. Let's say mtu kama, like I'm giving you an example like yesterday when that lady alimpata kwa parking na akaanza mind you I was not even there. Mimi nimeitwa tu niondoe gari but she's all over me like yeah watu wanapaki gari aje mpaka mwenye hapo ndio namwambia huyu haka ndiye alikuwa wa kwanza kufika hii parking. In fact, he should be the last person tunaambia tuondolee gari kwa sababu watu wengine ndio walipark vibaya. But you see, the best way for her, for example, if she had come because that was a diagnosis, right? Immediately, I looked at her and I was like, oh, shit. This is someone who's very sensitive to criticism. In her whole life, she's very... Andrew na yeye, saa zote simu. This is someone who's very sensitive. This Andrew is becoming too nosy. Let me text this guy and tell him, asirudi kunipigia simu. Stupid Andrew. Every time unanipigia simu nikiwa on, and you should know when I'm on. Let me just send him today in Monday. Let me chill, let me breathe. It's a Monday, but let me tell him. I don't even need to tell him anything. I'm live, just that. So, what happens is that was a direct diagnosis that this lady, anything you do to her, or hata kama ni parking, it feels like an attack to her. So if you was to come to me, I would tell her, this is the first thing that you need to be doing. Every time you find yourself reacting, juu sijui parking iko na nini, you should become, what do we call it? You should notice every time you become reactive, anafaa a notice, and then they should observe what they say. How do you react? How do you feel in your body? Why are you feeling all this rage? Mbona umefikiria ni kama uta explode? Uko kwa gari umeshika steering, mkono ni ya white. Wamepaka. So notice all those things. Notice. The first thing you need to do is have an awareness. Every time you get angry, notice, have an awareness. Why am I like this? Why am I reacting like this? Awareness. Always be aware of your thoughts and feelings. Then when you are aware, you'll be like, oh shit. Let me breathe. Wacha nitulie. It can even get worse. At least nimepata parking. Wacha niulize mtu unaweza park wapi. So you are creating new responses now. Now instead of lashing out, when you feel shame, instead of responding, now you are pausing. You take deep breaths. You relax your shoulders. Okay? You start practicing to listen to what someone is saying. Don't react. Listen to what they are saying. Listen. Don't react. Najua watu wangepaka. Listen to what they are saying. Unaambiwa, shida, si venye gari zimepakiwa. Ni venye gari zimekuwa mingi, watu wengine wakapark na wakaenda. So, you are not reacting. Now you are listening. Because it can be you also. Okay? So the first thing should be, when you are reacting to criticism, mtu akikwambia kitu, before you lash out, wachana nguo yangu. Look at yourself, your whole body demeanor. Jiulize, mbona nimekasirika hivi? Juu ya kiatu, mbona nimekasirika hivi juu ya stapler kwa ofisi? Mbona nimekasirika hivi juu nimeambiwa sitakuwa nikichukua makaratasi ya photocopy? Then you become aware, and then you realize it has got nothing to do with me. So you start rewiring your perception. Unaanza kurewire how you are receiving this, because it can be very exhausting even for you. And then you realize it's because of how I was brought up. My mother has never told me I am good for anything. My father has never told me I am good for anything. My auntie has never told me I have graduated, I have done all these things. No one has ever picked their phone to tell me, congratulations, we see what you are doing. Congratulations, I see you making moves in business. You have never received any compliment. So, ukisha kuwa aware that all your reaction is as a result of the parenting that you received was very unhealthy, now you can say, okay, not everyone is coming to hurt me. My parents may have hurt me, the people around me, but not everyone is out there to hurt me. In fact, there are genuine people out there. Ni venye mimi sijawameet because I've not been responsive. Unaona? For example, that lady missed an opportunity. The way she reacted to me na anijui, and it was a very a nice and lovely place and everything. Kama reaction yake ingekuwa different, you get what I'm saying? Angekuja, because for example, where we were, there are some people who came over, they joined us in the conversations, strangers like one or two, before we got to attend to Kochini. So in the parking, vitu kama hizo. So, you pause. You understand that this is feedback. Your body reacting is a feedback. Why are you so angry? Mtu anakupigia honi. Why are you so angry? Mtu anakupigia honi. No. Hauna shida ya kupigiwa honi. But when you are growing up, the criticism that you received, it was too harsh. Ulikuwa unachapwa kichambo kama ya umbo na babako na mamako. Ulikuwa unarushwa nje. Ulikuwa unaambiwa enda ulale bila kukula. All that punishment, oga na maji baridi. So in life, even when you're in traffic, when someone hoots at you, that is criticism. You react. Unatoa mkono na unafanya fuck you. Hata hujui ni kwa nini. Hauna shida na wewe amepiga honi, juu hata unapiganga honi. Shida yenye uko nayo ni you have not healed, because you have not even learned that is something that you have, where you lash out instead of responding and listening. Pengine mwenye anakupigia honi kwa sababu taa yako ya brake haifanyi kazi. Wewe umemtolea kidole, fuck you. na yako hapo no na tukoda kumurata wa break wake nduraruta wira atigana nake andu me maundu maingi. You get what I'm saying? So with practice and what you can call self-compassion, then you can condition yourself to respond in new ways. We need to be responding in new ways because the moon is how you react, which is how you respond. So it's about time you start healing your moons. Today is a Monday. It's a Monday. You call it a Monday because it's a day ruled by the moon. So start reparenting. Start learning these things so that you can have emotional intelligence, so that you can be emotionally mature. And now the children that you are raising now, your children now can be healed. And that is how you do generational curses. That's how you break them. That is how you break generational trauma. Not teaching your children, but children looking at you and learning how you are reacting, how healed you are. And children don't do what you tell them. Children do what they see. So they see someone who's very emotional, emotionally mature. So you can listen to your child. Just listen. Don't just, hey, no, you are listening to the child. Anasema nini mtoto? Si ati, dad, unajua nilikuwa na, mzuri tu, no. Listen. Because those are the things that make you feel you are not listened. As a child, no one listened to you. So now you as a grown-up, you have problem because even people cannot listen to you, but you know how to listen. You don't know how to listen. So release these core beliefs that you have, that you are defective. You are very beautiful people. You are not defective in any way, shape, or form. But the world you are living in has been showing you or has been designed to show you that you are defective as a weapon. This is mental witchcraft. Okay, so they do this intentionally. They want you to make less of yourself with the movies they show you, with the programs they give you na vitu kama hizo. But remember that you are very beautiful people. Even your own Bible tells you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Your Bible tells you that, so I don't have to insist on that. Just take back your power and learn. A lot of the things you have been learning from this world, 90% is false. 90% of what you think you know is false. It's a false narrative. It's for this worldview. We have two worlds. The worldview that you are living in, aka how they structure everything, business, entertainment, sports, and everything. That's their worldview. That's not your worldview. Have your own view of the world. Have your own individual way of seeing the world. How God wanted you to be. All possibilities. Make God possible in your own way. Participate in the world, but understand that this is a program. Okay? The world is a program that you have tuned in. And that's not your program. That's you tuning into that frequency. So you can tune into that frequency and choose what to engage in. Don't listen to all the programs in that frequency. Choose the best time for you. Maybe the best time for you is a sundowner. You listen to sundowners, KBC na vitu kama hizo as an allegory or as an example on life. Then understand that you are beautiful people. Heal your children. No amount of going to church is going to help you. Heal your children, reparent, and then now these children, when they are healed as a generation, they can heal the next generation, and then the next generation. Ni sasa. Shout out to everyone in the space. Today was a short one. Okay? Today was a short one. And learn to breathe. Learn to breathe. Whenever you feel like you want to react, breathe. Breathing helps you. We'll do another whole live on breathing na vitu kama hizo. Shout out to Ngige 111. Why's my phone vibrating? Shira, Lindsay, Board Again. I can't say everyone. Dirago. I can't. Pili Poching. Shout out to everyone in the comment. Chari, Dogi, Joy, the first join, Gikonyo, Mojiro, Infinity, SSB. Shout out to my people in Ngong, Akina Moare. Sasa. So we are ending the live. Each one teach one. Teamwork makes the dream work. Learn to find the triggers and stop lashing out, people. Breathe, become, and stop lashing out, people. Breathe, become. Criticized, because everything you did, you are made to feel that you are not fit for it. And it's about time you start hugging yourself now as adults. Enda tu ujipige hug tu. Enda tu ujipige hug. Practice some self-love, some self-care. Today the moon is in Pisces. It's a good day to have a bath, okay? Go for nails treatment. Vitu kama hizo is a good day for taking care of yourself. Unaona? And wachani kuonanga hizi vitu kwa movie. Go look for an Airbnb. Iko na bathtub. Hata kama ni 3K ama 4K. Shikaneni watu wawili watatu. Go for a daycare. Marari hiati Airbnb yo ni ngiri ithatu. Oya nyumba yo turute mundu ngiri. Then you go, you run the bath. You go with a bottle of wine. You run the bath. Kwa sababu najua una bathtub kwako. Okay? And it's okay if you don't have it. For those who have, they don't even use them. Enda jaza ile kitu maji moto, washa kando, put some nice music and chill in the bath. Put some herbs in the bath. Detox herbs. There are herbs za kudetox. Unaweza grind what do you call it? Ginger na turmeric. You grind them. Una mix kwa hiyo maji. It helps you to take the ticks. You chill in that water. 1 hour unatoka. Mwingine ana run the bath. Use that house for self-care. That day inakuwa tu ni a day spa umepanga Monday for example for today. Vitu kama hizo. I saw Monjiro has started a group of women where they are doing like self-care na vitu kama hizo. So those are some of the things that you can do for yourself. Kwa sababu no one is going to come and do it for you. Hakuna mtu atakuja kuonyeshe. Na if you wait until you have a bathtub, you may die without having a bathtub. But they are out there. That is why you have hotels. Okay? And since saizi huwezi enda akina, you know, these high-end hotels and afford those kind of things with the economy that you have, you can browse nyumba iko na bathtub. Oh, okay, nice. Then call your friends 2 or 3. Hello, niaje kuna nyumba fulani Airbnb. Si hivyo mnafikiria. Tuende tuchukue hiyo nyumba. Monday sisi wote hatutakuwa kazi. Tuende huko mapema like from 9. We'll go, we'll cook, we'll have wine. Itakuwa tu ni a day of self-care. You can even invite someone to come and do your nails huko. Okay? Take that day. Ladies, gents, gentlemen, you don't even take care of yourself. Okay? You should also learn to take care of yourself. Yesterday I had to stretch one of the guys mwenye tulikuwa nao meetup, jenga na jenga. He's so stiff. Okay? Na si kupenda kwake because you don't take care of yourself, men. Nowadays, men, you are so stiff. You don't take care of, you don't go to the gym, you don't stretch, you don't do all these things. And you see, these things unaonanga tu kama you have another life like, unajua, and you may have to come back to this world just because you never took care of yourself. Because if you don't know how to take care of yourself, how can you even take care of your spouse or someone else? Self-care is very important. So do have a beautiful day today. Create thriving groups, thriving communities. Communities don't even have to be about business. You can create a community of healing, okay? Whereby you get deals. You can get deals in the hotels. You create something, get deals in hotel. You call them, hello? Yes, my name is Jenga. Yeah, I was calling your hotel. Yeah, I wanted to just inquire if I can come to the hotel. I'm going to have a meal in your hotel. However, I have one request. Can I use your bathtub? Just the bathtub. You can give me one of the room just to use the bathtub, and then you're going to have some. Hotels have these deals. Call them. I've been to all these hotels you think you cannot be in. I've been to the tribe. I've been to any tribe. I've been to Kempinski. I've been to hotel ya Muisraeli. You just have to call. Reason with them. Everybody likes money. Reason with them. Hello. So niko nataka kuuliza nikikuja hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. That you have to book for a spa. No, I just need to use the bathtub. Do it. I called Hemingway's in Karen. I went and I used their bathtub. And I had lunch there. I had the whole hotel room to myself the whole day. With herbs. And na mafuta ingine unaweka kwa hizo. So, these things is because of how you have been raised with scarcity mindset and lack of skills. But you can do it. So I'm giving you tips on things that you can do. Love to take care of yourself. Then people can now feel attracted to you or get close to you. And that is even how now you start relationships that end up becoming even business relationships. And you end up building. Ni sasa. Dayo, do have a beautiful Monday. Take care of yourself today. The moon is in Pisces. Dayo. Take care of yourself today. The moon is in Pisces. Dhayo.